he has the possibility of getting.
We have not only re-elected a fine United States Senator in John Boozman, we have elected him by a landslide, John Boozman. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. It truly is an honor to be in this situation. I've got to thank my wife, Kathy, first of all. She and I started dating when I was 16, so we've been together for a long, long time. And she's put up with an awful lot too. I've got my daughters here, my son-in-law. My family's grown a little bit in the last 6 years. And I tell people, you wouldn't look at me and say I could have a pretty wife and 3 pretty daughters, but I did it. So for you young guys, there's hope. And then for those of you that are a little bit older, all of my daughters are off my payroll. That's a good thing. I want to thank my campaign manager so much. Chris has done truly a remarkable job. So let me just take a second to go through some of the staff that worked so hard. Kelsey, Matt, Will, Jody, Stacy, Paula and Laura, Bill McKnight, our campaign chair, Don Marley, our PAC chairman. But again, he's done a tremendous job of putting together a great team and his legislature. As important, in fact, much more important, in the sense that the reason that we're in the situation that we're in is my staff. You all need to be quiet because I mumble anyway. Okay. So again, I want to thank my staff so much. They worked so hard. I think we've had over 19,000 encounters, people coming to the office, needing something done, but we were able to intervene and make it such that we were able to solve their problem. So that's really what it's about. We understand that we want to use the power of the office for good, and again, worked really hard to do that, representing the people of Arkansas. When I was growing up, the country was in great turmoil. We had the assassination of John Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy. Much of the country was on fire in our major cities. And yet, people, despite all of that going on, with the country in turmoil, they had faith in their institutions. Right now, we're in a situation where we've lost our faith in our institutions, and to be the great country that we need to be, we simply have to get that back. That's going to take a lot of work. My dad, like most of your all's dads and grandfathers, great-grandfathers in some of your cases, grew up during the Depression. He started working when he was 9. Worked really hard for my brother, my sister, and I to make sure that we would have the American dream, the dream of us doing better than he did, the generations improving. For the first time in our history, more people than not don't feel like that the American dream is going to be there for their children and their grandchildren. Again, that's something that we simply have to fix. This is a Marco moment.
See your water.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight. It's so very close. But I do know that your elected leaders, once it's over, need to come together and find common ground to address the problems that we face. And the problems that I've heard about so much as I've crisscrossed the state, not just in the last year or so, but in the last 6 years, the problems of things like the regulatory burden that's on our businesses that are putting a wet blanket, again, costing us jobs. Healthcare costs. The average Arkansan now has seen his premiums go up dramatically with $5,000 to $10,000 deductibles. We've got to come together and solve those problems. Along with that, national security. You see my family back here. I've got 3 daughters. I'd do anything in the world for them, and my little granddaughters. But I can't protect them from ISIS. So again, we need to spend, we need to do whatever it takes in order to get that done. Let me close by talking just a second about a night just like this in 2001. I had the opportunity then to become the 3rd District Congressman. As soon as the race was over, in fact, as soon as I got, well, even before this point, John Paul Hammerschmidt called me. John Paul, as many of you know, is so beloved, that just did a tremendous job. He called me and said, John, always remember that there's not any Republicans now. You're the congressman. There's just the people of Arkansas, and you need to take care of all of them. So I want you to know that I pledge, as I return to Washington, again, to keep that in mind and make it such that we find some common ground and start solving problems. Right after that, I was given a challenge coin. A young soldier, as I was visiting someplace, gave me a challenge coin. Those are the little coins that they give out, in recognition of their units. On the coin it said, duty, honor, and country, never falter, never quit. And I would add, trusting God to that. But that's a great recipe. That's a great recipe. And again, that's what we need to look forward to. If we could have those values, not just your congressman, but us as a nation. If we could adopt those values, get back to these basic principles, then again, the country would be a lot better off, and we would continue to be the greatest, freest country that the world has ever known. Thank you very much.
They've all been re-elected. He was shown earlier. He just hasn't got up to speak. Hold on a second. Well, that was Senator John Boozman speaking. Just gave his victory speech. He has won re-election at a fairly high margin. I'm going to try to, of course, we're going to talk about the presidency now. I'm going to try to do some interviews and go around the crowd a little bit. Wait for the next speech. Probably going to be Prince Hill, because all the federal races in Arkansas have been chosen. Arkansas is also home for Trump.